What's up, YouTube? Welcome to Vlogmas Day 3. My name is Charles, and it's getting real, y'all. I'm not even gonna lie to you, and we only on Day 3. But the work week is in full swing, so everything is busy, and I'm gonna be honest with you. This video almost didn't happen. It almost didn't happen, but I'm here, and we just gonna discuss some things. As some of you may know, my YouTube anniversary was November 24th. I wanted to do something for my 1 year anniversary in November, but I was in my unplanned hiatus from YouTube. But yeah, I wanted to talk about the journey so far on YouTube, my first year. So, how did this whole YouTube thing start for me? I have actually been contemplating starting a YouTube channel for years at this point. I've had a few iterations that have flopped. I kind of started up some live channels, like I was going to do live streaming with board games and video games, and I have some videos on my channel actually that are unlisted at this point. From back then when I was doing live streaming of some video games. And even one of the game nights, I think we tried to go live. I don't know if that's still on my channel though. I didn't see that back in the dashboard. But yeah, it's been years since I started trying to start a YouTube channel. I've bought lots of cameras in the past. I had GoPros. I had the Osmo Pocket 2, which is different from the Osmo Pocket 3 that everybody has. Here's the Osmo Pocket 2. I still have it. It is a lot different from the 3. It doesn't have the flip out camera, or flip out screen. It does have a screen right there. It just doesn't flip out like on the newer one. So yeah, I've had cameras. I've recorded. I have things on my memory card or external hard drive from 2014, 2015. Vacations that me and my friends have gone on. I just never got to the point where I was editing them and posting to YouTube. So it has been a long time coming, and what kind of pushed me over the edge was actually going to a meetup of one of the local Detroit content creators. He's now moved out of Detroit, by the way, but his channel name is Enjoy Mar. Go check him out if you haven't. He does vlogs as well. He's great at what he does. I went to one of his meetups just to kind of get out and mingle, right? Somebody local who said, hey, let's get together, eat some food, have some fun. So I went. And there I also met another Detroit content creator, Lori Diva, who, another one, no longer in Detroit. If you like vlogs, lifestyle content, things like that, go check Lori out. Lori is excellent. She's dope, and just, being there surrounded by them and then pouring into me kind of encouraged me to start my YouTube journey. So I did, and I posted my first video on November 24th, 2024. And it's been a rocky journey. I'm not gonna lie. I have a list of notes that I want to hit. So let me open those up. All right, so let's do a reality check real quick. I'm not monetized. I'm nowhere near being monetized, but that's because I haven't put in the work. I haven't been consistent. I think I could be a lot further than I am right now had I been consistent on YouTube. And so I am looking for ways to balance work, life, and YouTube, right? So that's the challenge. That's the real challenge. I find myself a lot of times after work, I find myself not wanting to be in front of a computer screen, not wanting to be creative. That has been a challenge, right? So if you don't know, I'm in the IT industry, kind of like a software engineer, IT architect. I'm into software architecture and things of that nature. So my job in the role that I'm currently in is pretty demanding throughout the day. I'm constantly being responsible for answering questions that people may have, or making decisions, or help to make decisions, putting together diagrams and things of that nature, presenting to peer groups and things like that. So when I get off work, I just want to decompress. So it's hard to find the creative juices and also the motivation to turn the camera on, edit, or do whatever. So that's been the challenge. So I really need to lock in and figure out the cheat code to balance that, honestly. Anybody with a full-time job that is mentally exhausting, yeah, if you want to get into YouTube, that's the challenge. That's the balancing act that you're going to have. And not to mention, you got your regular life. But that has been a reality check for me with doing YouTube in this last year. So analytics wise, when I first started, I had maybe about 3 subscribers. Today I sit at 149, which is great. And I'm thankful for all of you who have subscribed and those who continue to show up and watch my videos. I appreciate you. And I'm hoping to continue to grow. So, 149 is amazing, right? To me, even without me being, monetized or without me being consistent on YouTube, I've been able to kind of connect with 149 people. That's wild to me. And what has done well for me, just kind of looking at the content that I put out and the type of content that I put out, the travel vlogs do the best. So my Virgin Voyages vlogs, my Antigua vlog is my best video to date. Like in terms of analytics wise, it's the best one to date. The homebody vlogs, they're not doing so well, y'all. They not doing too well. So we're gonna have to kind of figure out either how to make those more interesting so that it's more entertaining for y'all, or we're gonna have to axe those completely. But those don't do well. to say the least. But the travel vlogs, only thing about producing travel vlogs, you got to get to the destination. That costs money. That's time. And what I've learned with traveling this year, because this is probably the year that I've traveled the most. This year I went on a cruise for my birthday. I went to Vegas. I went to Antigua. I went to Gen Con in Indianapolis, and I went to Homecoming. And the biggest thing, especially this year, now that I have 2 dogs, is the boarding cost. Sometimes, y'all, it's more than the trip costs. So we're gonna have to slow that down in 2026. I mean, I have some trips that I know I'm going to go on. I know I want to take. But other than that, but yeah, so the travel vlogs are what do well. The homebody vlogs don't do so great. So we are going to kind of reflect on all the videos that I'm going to reflect. I keep saying we. I'm going to reflect on the videos that I posted and see how I can be better for you guys. And if you got suggestions, let me know. What do you guys want to see from me? What has kind of sparked your interest, and why do you keep coming back? Let me know in the comments so I know what type of videos you all like, so I can bring those to you. Let's talk about the personal side of this YouTube journey for over this year. I feel like I've grown tremendously in this year. Not only have I fostered new relationships with different content creators and some of you, I've also leveled up in some skills that I didn't have before. I came into this with a little bit of editing experience, right? I have edited in iMovie before, like some small videos for church, but never on the scale of what's required for YouTube. And I'm going to tell you something, that editing is a beast. However, it's like a muscle. The more you work it, the stronger that you get. And you find little tips and tricks and things that make your workflow faster, the more you do it and the more consistent you are. Now, I will say again, with the inconsistencies that I've had throughout the year, I would kind of get a good workflow of editing going when I had a good run of editing, and then if I drop off and come back, it's like, okay, how do we do this? Where do we do this? Where it's like riding a bike. I can still get in there and edit, but it's not as efficient as it was when I was kind of being more consistent, especially early on in my YouTube journey in this year. And honestly, one of the reasons, I guess I can talk about why I even started, what made me want to start YouTube. I wanted a creative outlet. So when I was younger, I was super creative. I was always, I don't know if y'all remember the show Ghost Rider. It was on, I want to say it was on PBS, but it was like a group of kids who were detectives, and there was like a ghost that they interacted with to try to figure out the crimes. And he was, you know, he would like write letters, and they had like these notebooks. And you couldn't tell me I wasn't one of the detectives. You couldn't tell me I wasn't one of them. I was on the Ghost Rider team. But but yeah, I was super creative growing up. I mean, I loved art. That was like one of my favorite subjects in school. I can remember getting awards for like my artwork in school. Like we would have to, every class would have like a different type of art project, and it would go into some, during the parent teacher conference, it would go into some gallery and people would vote on the best ones. And I won an award from that. Unfortunately, some haters ripped my award off of my art, ripping some of my art. And so just kind of through life, I have suppressed a lot of the creativity, some of it being from societal norms, right? I mean, growing up, you need to be, especially if you're a black boy, you need to be in sports. That was it, sports. You need to be in sports. I can remember asking my parents I wanted to play the piano, I wanted to play any instrument, but all of that kind of got put, and not to say that, you know, they didn't encourage me to be creative, but just you get into the mode of life, you know, whether it be financial or whether it be lack of time, right? You just don't have time to do everything that you want to do. So when I got into high school is when I took it upon myself to enroll in a Wins One class and learn how to play the saxophone. So I took it upon myself, and I did great with it. It took me through college. It got me a little bit of a scholarship to go to college. I've had aspirations of continuing in music in some way or fashion. Even when I graduated, I came back and I was a part of a community band for a period of time, and I've had aspirations of being a pit orchestra in a Broadway play. I don't know how I'm gonna do that, but I've been doing a little research, so I might kind of be able to maneuver my way into some people's faces and see what I can do. But anyway, with all that being said, YouTube is a creative outlet for me. As I said, I've kind of had to suppress a lot of my creativity, and especially with the job that I have now, I really need a creative outlet. I need somewhere to kind of turn on that other side of my brain, to keep those creative juices flowing, and YouTube is that outlet. Now, I don't know where for those content creators in their 40s. I'm gonna also give some advice. We have got some experience under our belt in life. We have some life experiences under our belt. We're at that age where we are secure in our careers, hopefully, and we're also at that age where a lot of things start to happen, right? We have aging parents, so that becomes a challenge, and all of that kind of provides for a voice, right? You have a voice. So what better way than to share your voice and build community here on YouTube? So some advice that I would give for anybody interested in doing YouTube is just do it. Just take that first step. It doesn't have to be perfect. Perfection will come, but just start. You don't have to obsess over I'm a gearhead, so I was one that obsessed over the type of cameras, the microphones. I mean, I just love that kind of stuff, but it's not needed. It honestly is not needed. You can use your phone, Honestly, you can, and I have done it in some of my videos here on YouTube. They're shot on this phone, so you don't need to worry about having the best equipment. All you need is your phone and a computer or a tablet. I edit on my iPad and I also edit on my MacBook. So either or, that's all you need to get going. So that kind of segues into things that I wish I knew when I first started. And one of the things I wish I knew is that you don't need the best equipment. You don't need the best equipment. Really, what does well is your personality, your experience, and your journey. That's all you need. That's all you need to share with the world, and you will find your community. I did not think there was a community of folks. I mean, I know there's a community of people in the different niches that I enjoy, like tech and board game, music, and travel, right? I know that there are communities for those different things, but how do I bridge the gap if I'm going to be sharing my life experiences? So it's all about building community, sharing your experiences, and that's all you need. If I can give any advice, it would be 1, just start. 2, be yourself, and 3, be consistent, which I haven't been. So, but again, I am planning to be more consistent, and I'm hoping that with this Vlogmas and coming to you daily, that will get that muscle moving so that I can show up more often, because I want to be able to connect with you all, and I want to bring you along with me on the journey that I'm going on. So that's the goal. I think I talked y'all head off enough. It's been a great year so far, and I'm looking forward to see how I grow and how far I can go. And I'm thankful for everybody who has been rocking with me so far. I hope that you continue with me on this journey. I'm looking forward to meeting some of you, if at all possible. And until the next Vlogmas video, which is tomorrow, peace.